How's it going everyone? WildeThang here and welcome to another Destiny video. So in this one we're going to be looking at another weapon. This time it's the not like the other scout rifle, which is a Vanguard scout rifle, and you can purchase it from the tower or you get it from a Vanguard package. So let's just go over the perks that I have. Mine is literally like the worst roll that you can probably get for PvP, but nevertheless I did use it. All these scopes are just horrendous. I don't like any of them, but I did stick with the red dot ORA2, which you'll be seeing me use throughout this video. Moving on, I have Zen Moment, so causing damage with this weapon increases its stability, which is okay I suppose, but then mine has got quite a lot of stability because I have braced frame on it. Now obviously if I didn't have braced frame, then you see how much the stability drops. So braced frame is definitely good for a scout rifle. It's definitely good for any kind of weapon really, apart from hand cannons don't really need a lot of stability, but on scout rifles, pulse rifles, it definitely does help. Moving on, I have Grenadier, which kills with this weapon reduce the cooldown of your grenade, which is always handy, always useful, but another kind of wasted perk really. So this is got to be like the worst roll you can probably get on this. Other things, possibly hidden hand, outlaw would be really good because the reload speed is kind of slow on it. But yeah, the scopes on this thing is just horrible. I struggled a lot trying to use this in the Crucible, but it's still pretty good, and I did get quite a few kills with it. It wasn't like I was struggling getting kills either, so it wasn't that bad. So anyway, using it in the Crucible, it does have a slightly too slow of a fire rate for me. I prefer fast firing weapons such as like the Mida, which is pretty quick. There's other scout rifles such as the gunsmith scout rifles that are really good as well. I think it's the DIS 47, that's a really good one, and mine has full auto and outlaw and some other stuff, which just makes it really good. The time to kill this scout rifle is quite long compared to other weapons that you can obviously use in the Crucible, and I kind of struggle with that, especially at some sort of range, like a scout rifle kind of range. You'd think it would be pretty good compared to like hand cannons, but it wasn't. And obviously if you got someone that's shooting you with Jade Rabbit across the map, you've got no hope, literally no hope, because the recoil, just the flinch from Jade Rabbit is ridiculous. Just throws your aim off so much, and you don't even, your scope does not come down quick enough to be able to fire and even hit them, so you're pretty much dead within 2 or 3 shots with the Jade Rabbit. The only thing I can suggest if you really want to use this scout rifle is just obviously aim for the head. Like any weapon, just aim for the head. Get used to shooting people in the head rather than getting body shots, because you will be using a lot of bullets just to kill one person. Now I personally am probably going to get rid of this scout rifle just because the perks are really terrible on it, and I'm never going to use it in the Crucible again because I do have other scout rifles that I prefer using. It is a shame that these sort of weapons don't stack up against the better weapons or the so-called meta that we currently have, but it's nice to use different weapons. It's just nice to get a review out to you guys, and I think this weapon is definitely more for the PvE player out there. Don't use it in the Crucible because there are a lot better scout rifles out there. Unless you have like some sort of god roll, which I can't see happening. Just the fire rate is just too slow for me anyway. Personally, I prefer to have a faster fire rate scout rifle. So if you're wondering if it's worth hanging on to this scout rifle, I would recommend it if you've got a good PvE role, and then just use it in strikes or the raid or whatever, because it would be really good in there. I would not bother using it in the Crucible, and that's just from personal experience and the fact that it just takes a while to kill people, and you've obviously got other weapons out there that just kill ridiculously fast at the moment. So this hasn't really been a positive kind of review, but to be honest, I was getting to the top of the leaderboard with using this scout rifle, but then I do obviously use a lot of my super, grenades, melee, throwing knives, and it all kind of complements each other. The scout rifle gives me the range, but then I was using a sniper at the time as well, so I was using 2 long range weapons rather than having anything up close. So for me, a scout rifle is usually better coupled with a fusion rifle or a shotgun rather than a sniper, because obviously scout rifles do have a lot of range. So if you're a shotgunner, you might actually prefer this scout rifle. It might actually complement your playstyle and you might have some fun with it, but like I said, you definitely want some better perks than what I have. It's the perks I have are just terrible, and I've had a lot of people messaging me saying, why on earth are you using this scout rifle? And a lot of my friends are just like, I don't know how you do these reviews with such bad weapons. But like I said, this one is definitely for the PvE player. I think that's all I can say about it. So I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next one. And just so you can see what it's like, it's definitely a nice one to pick up. Now I've done a review on the Hawksaw before, and it's definitely a good pulse rifle. This archetype of pulse rifle has become more viable in year 2. Now obviously we didn't have many in year 1. It was all about the high end